You tell yourself you'll start soon. Not today, just soon. When things feel right, when you're more prepared, when you finally become the version of yourself you think you need to be. But soon has been sitting in your life for longer than you'd like to admit. And if you're being honest, it doesn't feel like patience anymore. It feels like something else, something heavier, like you're stuck at the edge of something that matters, watching your own life wait for you. You know this feeling, that quiet tension in your chest, when you think about that thing that keeps putting you off, the way your mind starts racing the moment you consider actually doing it. You imagine all the ways it could go wrong. You picture failure before you even begin. You question if you're good enough, ready enough, capable enough. And somehow, without even realizing it, you convince yourself that not starting is the safer option. Because as long as you don't begin, nothing can go wrong. Nothing can prove your doubts right. So instead, you stay where you are. You scroll, you plan, you overthink every possible outcome. You wait for motivation to hit, like it's something that arrives on its own. And for a moment, it almost feels productive, like thinking about it somehow the same as doing it. But deep down, you know it's not. You feel it every time the day ends and nothing has changed. The small disappointment you try to ignore, that voice that quietly reminds you you said you would start. The truth is, most people don't struggle because they're incapable. They struggle because they're afraid to begin without certainty. We've been taught in so many ways that starting should look confident, planned, controlled, but real beginnings don't look like that. They look uncertain, they look awkward, they look like someone stepping forward while still doubting themselves. But that's where it all begins. It's not a motivational phrase, it's not something you say when everything lines up perfectly. It's a choice made in the middle of the doubt, in the middle of hesitation, in the exact moment where every excuse feels valid. Just start means you stop negotiating with fear. It means you stop waiting for permission from yourself or anyone else. It means you accept that clarity won't come first. Confidence won't come first. Even motivation won't come first. Starting comes first. Because starting is what creates everything you think you need beforehand. Confidence isn't something you find, it's something you build through action. Clarity doesn't appear, it develops as you move. Momentum doesn't exist until you take the very first step. Every person you look up to, every result you admire, every success you wish you had, it all traces back to a beginning that was probably uncertain, imperfect, and uncomfortable. Just start doesn't remove fear, it makes fear irrelevant. And once you understand that, the question shifts. It's no longer, how do I feel ready? It becomes, what can I do right now, even if I'm not? The answer is always smaller than you expect. You don't need to finish the whole project. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need motivation or a perfect plan. You just need a starting point. Something simple. Something almost too easy. Open the document. Write one sentence. Record one clip. Take one step. Try once. That's it. Because action, no matter how small, breaks the illusion that you're stuck. It interrupts the cycle of overthinking. It proves that movement is possible. And more importantly, it changes how you see yourself. You're no longer the person who keeps waiting. You become the person who started. And that identity shift matters more than any result. Because once you start, continuing becomes easier. Not easy, but easier. The fear doesn't disappear overnight, but it loses its control over you. You realize that doing something imperfect feels better than doing nothing perfectly in your head. Over time, those small actions stack up. One step turns into two, two turns into progress, and progress turns into something real. And suddenly, the thing that once felt impossible becomes something you're actually doing. Not because you were ready, but because you stopped waiting to be. When you look back, it's never the perfect plan that changes things. It wasn't the moment you felt completely confident. It wasn't the day everything finally aligned. It was that one decision, that quiet, uncomfortable choice to begin anyway. The moment you stopped sitting at the edge and finally moved forward. Because the truth is, nothing in your life changes until you do. Not your skills, not your situation, not your future. Everything you want is still on the other side of something you haven't started yet. So now it comes to this. If you already know where waiting leads, if you already understand that fear doesn't go away before you begin, if you felt this cycle repeat itself more times than you can count, then what exactly are you still waiting for?